muscle compared to fat, everything travels easier through muscle than it does through fat, right? But if the muscle's tense, then that restricts blood flow, oxygen flow. So
that's what this session is about the fascia.
It's just one of the aspects. So in this session, we're gonna do vein tendon, Qigong, right? That's what this is, tonifying the fascia, 5 different moves with our breath. Then I'll show you the beginning of the tiger crane, which is the art we practice here. So that's some Qian is what it's called. 3 wars is what it means in Hokkien. And that's how we get our springy power, right? To really get that power to come through. And then we'll do a grinding exercise, which is building up strength, but it's also working on blocks and using the whole body as one unit instead of just doing this with the arm, right? We're trying to get the waist and the legs and everything involved. And then we're going to do a circuit up in kind of an old school Kung Fu circuit up in the gym. I'll teach you what that is. You guys can both come with me. And then we'll come down here and do a circuit, which is more conditioning. And then we'll do some pushy hands, sticky hands. So it's really a well-rounded, this is kind of the heart of. Are we ready to start? We have the live stream up, monetized, yeah. So we just go into rows here. Welcome to the afternoon live stream, 11 to 1, or depending on the time. Might be a little different where you're at, but 2 hours. We're going to do our classic Kung Fu. Welcome. Hope you enjoy. Okay. For the rest of you, okay, feet together, hands to the side, we bow, right? And then a classic salute, the Kung Fu salute, left hand, palm, right hand, and we just kind of turn the fist, and our hand is over the thumb and the pointer finger. So like that, yep. And some touch, some don't. It doesn't really matter. Different schools have different, this is like the secret handshake. So welcome to the club. Yep. Okay, let's start with some jumping jacks, just to warm our body up. My favorite, sprint. And now sprint to your right. Staying low, sprint to your left. And give it as hard as you can. One more time. All right, come up to a jog. Lift those knees up. All right, let's go, nice and high. Should we go a little faster? All right, let's get back to jogging. Now sprint. And to the right, to the left. Forward, backward, and give it your last. Oh, let's go, best you can. All right, coming out. Now lift the knee up, bring it around, trying to open up that hip. If you have to put the foot down, that's okay. You just want to open it up as much as you can. Try to get control of your breath. Now, changing directions. Whew. And now keep that leg out. Rotate around from the knee. And now change directions. And now the ankle. And change directions. And changing legs. So again, starting with this big movement with the hip. And changing directions. And now sticking that leg out, rotating around the knee. And change directions. And now the ankle. And changing directions. All right. Now, feet about shoulder width apart. Go ahead and let that left foot open. You're probably going to want to be a little wider. And then we're going to drop that right knee down for a monkey squat. So the right knee would be your other knee. Yep. That's your right knee? Yep. Yeah. Right? And ideally we want that back foot down, but it takes a while for the hips to open. And it's okay to do this in the beginning, right? Now we come up, close that left foot, open the right foot, and now come down. Right? And come up again and move at your own pace. All right, shake them out a little bit. And rotate the arms. Try to get full rotation there. And now switching, going the opposite direction. Get those arms up there. There you go. And now in and out. And let's go ahead and do 10 to 15 push-ups. If you can, do them on your fists or do them on your hands, your fingers. Right? If you need, go ahead and use your knees. Do whatever variation you feel comfortable with. Do try to push yourself. And when you're done, stand. All right. We're going to go right into vein tendon. So I think the four of you probably know. Maybe Priska can come up and just kind of be the center so you can follow along if you lose track. And Luigi. William, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on over here. Yeah. Yeah, come on over here, Luigi. We'll go through it again. So I already talked pretty much before class about what we're stretching, right? What we're working. So now let's get more into the technique. This or there, whatever's easiest.
Here it's okay.
It's okay because everything's going to be mirrored.
Okay.
So it'll be easy. Okay. Yeah. So first we start in what is known as a horse riding stance. Feet about shoulder width apart and feet pointed in, right? Tuck the tailbone, which pushes the knees that way. So we don't want to come too far forward because that puts pressure on the knees. We want them to go this way so that we look like a cowboy, right? Riding a horse. So you kind of have this bow-leggedness. That's going to stay the same for the first four exercises. And what's going to happen, inhale, relax, exhale, pull into the diaphragm. That pulls the tailbone down, pushes the legs out. Now you get that stretch, right? That's on the exhale. The inhale is relaxed. Now the upper body is going to change from each move, but the bottom's going to stay the same. You make a fist, hands like this, and what we're going to do is pull or push, kind of depends on how you want to look at it, the knuckles down to the ground, right? But we don't want to compromise. We don't want to come here. We want to keep that back straight, right? I don't want to do this. I want to keep my head tall, chin tucked in, tongue on the roof of my mouth to complete the microcosmic orbit, right? So inhale, relax. Exhale, stretch. Really stretching. Inhaling. As you do that, tuck the tailbone, pushing those knees out, relaxing on the inhale. Really pushing those hands down. We want to open up these joints, right? So that's what we're stretching. Right? Relaxing on the inhale. Let's do 2 more. Really push that crown up, away from the shoulders and everything else down. Relax. And relax. Try not to come too far forward, just because I don't want you to put too much pressure on the knees. So when I think tuck the tailbone, think kind of just this, and the pelvic bone's actually coming up.
Yeah.
So the hip is kind of doing this, and not so much here.
Yeah.
Not to say you were, but I just don't want you to go too low on the knees, right? But looking good. Again, we're trying to stretch. So what we're going for is this like elastic exhale, and then on the inhale, when you relax, it kind of bounces back, right? Over time, you feel this more and more. The next one, rock spreads its wings. The key here is the fingers come a little bit forward, right? So they're not back, they're a little bit forward. And we're pushing everything this way. Now, the only thing that stops us from doing this is that we're also pushing that elbow forward. So you're going to feel that here and back here, right? So inhale, relaxed. If you can, get into a horse riding stance, right? So we want those feet facing in. Inhale, relaxed. Exhale, pushing out from the hands and rotating those elbows forward. Again, pulling in from the diaphragm, releasing on the inhale. Exhale. Releasing. On the exhale, pulling in from the diaphragm, tucking that tailbone, pulling those elbows forward. Release. Now if you can, yeah. Right, and then pulling those in, yeah. You're probably going to feel that here and right in there, yeah. And then if you can, relax the shoulders a little bit, yeah. Right? So normally we do 9, but because we're doing a session here, we're only doing 5 to 7. Let's do 2 more. Do we have any questions? No? Okay. Yeah, you should feel it there, but ideally you want to feel it back here as well.
Okay.
So try to get a little bit more of the rotation here. And again, we're stretching, not flexing, right? That's the big difference. Like when you stretch, you engage the muscle a little bit, but if you engage it too much, you really don't get a stretch, right? All right. Next one, 2 pillars. So we're going to stay in the same stance. This one's usually the easiest one to kind of feel this bounce back because you're just pushing everything down, and it just naturally, when you release, things just want to pop back up. Just push your hands down as hard as you can, right? And then relax. And the shoulders just naturally come up. So this is what we're kind of looking for this whole thing, is working this fascia, right? So here, hands are just at the sides, fingers together, and we're just visualizing the hands going into the ground, right? And really lengthening. We want everything to be long here, right? Okay, tongue on the roof of the mouth, inhaling. Exhale, pulling in from the lower diaphragm, pushing those hands down, really extending, opening up the elbow and the shoulders. And when you're done exhaling, relax, inhale. Exhaling, stretching it out. Pushing that head up, away from the shoulders, right, the crown. Getting a stretch in the arms, the legs, and in the neck and the head here. Relax on the inhale. All right, tucking that tailbone, pushing those knees out to the side still. One last one. Once you're done, you guys know the routine. You can, thank you, Priska. So you guys can start the grinding. Once you're good, have some water. All right. The next one, 2 dragons chasing the pearl. So we're going to start by bringing the hands up with the palms. We want the elbows down. Now, turn your hand around without bringing the elbows, right? So not so much like this, more like this, right? We want to keep that elbow down as much as possible. And now we're going to extend forward, but keep the shoulder in the socket, right? So we don't want this, we want this. So it helps to bring the chest up, and then the shoulder sits, and then it can't come forward. But the second I do that, it comes forward, right? So chest up, comes forward, and we're just extending. But we want to keep those elbows facing down, right? And kind of keep that back nice and straight. Everything else in the legs is doing the same. So inhaling, relaxed. Exhale. Relaxing on the inhale, and on the exhale, again, really pushing those hands to the forest, to the mountains behind me, without letting those shoulders come forward. Relaxing on the inhale, and now we still want to pull in here, and we still want to push those legs out. Engaging the whole body. Let's do one more. Try to get it more level like that, yep. And try not to lean back. Tuck your tailbone now. Yeah, push the hips back this way. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's a little better. Yeah, you still have a little lean. Same here. Try to get that tailbone tucked, but push your hips this way. Yeah, and now tuck your tailbone. Yes. Now the back straight. So when we tuck the tailbone, we do it a lot here, so it's worth talking about. It's a down and not a this motion. But in the beginning, we're not familiar with it, so there's this tendency to do this. And then you see, I don't have great structure here because I'm leaning back. So it's more here, and we want to have that straight back. Yep. So for the next one, for the last one, it's different than all the previous. So we can open our feet, we're going to squat. right? And we're really just trying to lengthen the spine. So we're not worrying so much about compressing the diaphragm into the lower dantian. We're thinking lengthening the spine. So we want to think kind of pushing our head through the ceiling. So the arms are out, but it's just for balance, right? So we're not trying to do anything with the arms. They're trying to stay relaxed. My arms even kind of come down here. It's fine. It's just a counterweight. So we're going to inhale down and then exhale up and really push the crown of your head all the way to the ceiling and then relax. You two are very, your squats are very good. So you guys can go down really low, which is awesome. The key is we just want to make sure that we can keep our back straight, just so that you understand that. So if you're here and you're like, oh, my back's starting to come forward, it's fine to stop here, right? Just so you know. So here we go. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. Really pushing that head up. Really lengthen that spine. You can visualize lengthen that spine. Go ahead and do one more. Why not? I'll watch. But you guys are doing good. You guys have good form. All right? Yeah. So the whole point of that, and over time you'll start to feel your whole back kind of relax when you do that. That's the fascia, right? Because it's all this connective tissue, right? So go ahead and grab a quick glass of water if you want, but then let's get into the grinding exercise. Here's some classic grinding. Use those hips. Use those hips. So this is what we're going to do next. So I'll have you, the two of you face each other. We want to get into a walking stance. So a walking stance is the toe is in line with the heel, and depending on which foot is forward, depends if it's 1 o'clock or 11 o'clock, but we always have our feet facing in, right? But we want to be shoulder width apart, so a little bit wider. Yeah, not longer, try wider. So wider's this way, longer's this way. So you want the toe and the heel on the same line. No, so put your toe here. Put your heel here. Yeah, see? And now hips facing forward. Right, so you can move that foot in a little bit. Yeah. And the reason for this, the reason we have the foot, and we have 60% of the weight on the back foot, the reason we have the foot turned in is feel your, so turn your foot in a little bit. Put your heel on this line. Yeah, there you go. Right? And now feel your knee. Right? Feel the stability there. Now open the foot up. Feel that. There's no stability, right? So this is why we do that. There's more stability, right? And we want the hips facing forward. So first thing we're going to start is like this, right? We actually would have the feet the other way. No, your foot was right, mine was the wrong way, right? And something isn't right. No, it's these hands. It's the other hand. Right? Push. Why am I not? Why do I not have this right? Same side. It is the same side. Yeah.
No, also.
What?
Same side.
Ah, that's why. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's why I was. Yeah, I got it. So I'm going to push towards your heart.
But it's same leg, same hand in the front. No?
Yeah, okay, so switch legs. Sorry, my brain's not working. So push here, and now you're going to use, yes, and now you're going to push towards my chest. But use that, right? Push, and I'm going to use, but don't turn. Keep pushing here. Make me move you, right? So keep the pressure here. So I have to turn you, and now keep pressure on me, and now you turn, right? Yes. And use the whole body, and now push. Push, right? So come on in. Yep. Thumb to thumb. Yep, just like that. Thumb to thumb. And now go ahead and turn and push towards his chest. Right? And keep pushing. Keep pushing towards his chest. And now you make the circle. And now he's going to push towards your chest, and now you turn it to the outside. Yes. And we want to sweat. We want to grind here. Right? And so we're offering resistance and trying to engage our whole body using the hips. Great job, William. Using those hips. Use your hips. Yeah, there you go, Luigi. Nice. Push 2, right? Yep. Nice, yeah. There we go. And now let's switch sides. So change stance. Thumb to thumb. No, the other side. Yeah, hand facing us. And now just turn it around and push. And now you're going to go that way. Yep. And now he's going to turn. Yeah, exactly. And really turn those hips. Use the legs, which you guys I can see are doing, which is what we want. We want to engage that full body as much as possible. Try to get your foot more here. See, here's the line. So you need to have, we want to have them in alignment. You're kind of like this, but we want to be like this. We want the hips squared up to the person. Yeah. All right. This is good. Switch feet again. We'll go on to the next one where it's here. And now you're going to do a half circle, just down and around. Right here, we're going to stop. So what we're doing is we're trying to come around the elbow. So if you can, have it be a little bit more like it would be a lower block. And then from here, I'm going to come up, resist if you can, right? Resist. And then here's really where you want to use. Now you're going to go. Right? Yeah. Right? I'm offering that resistance. Right? Keep coming. Keep coming. Try to use that though, right? And then yeah, keep that elbow tucked in and it'll be more power. Yeah, so then you can do this. Come on in, William. So again, let's start. Yep, and then you start with the half circle. I'm not sure why we do the half circle, but just go around, right? And you just stop there.
Stop here,
Yeah, now you do a full circle. And if you can, keep that elbow in and use your body. Yep. Yeah, nice work, Luigi. Nice. Great use of your body there. Keeping that elbow in. Really nice. How are you guys doing over here? Good? Pros? Are you already done?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Great. Some chin.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Favorite thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Technically 5.
I'm not sure why. Yeah, just try to keep that elbow in, and you'll have more power. No, you can turn it around. We want to turn it around, right? Yeah. It's a little challenging because of the height difference, so your arm's a little higher. You don't have to come down. Okay, switch sides. So we're looking for 9 on each side, but I'm not necessarily having you guys do exactly 9. Yep, exactly. Yeah, nice use of the waist there. Keeping that elbow in requires more body, but you end up having more power. So part of what we're teaching here is to use the whole body. Try to keep those hips squared up, but I'd like the use that you're very good, but just don't end up like this. Try to end up here, but you are doing very good with the hips. This is what we're looking for. Yeah, much better. All right? Okay. Now let's switch. Now we're going to do the same thing, but with the pinkies. Right? So same thing, just come down, come up and around, right? And just doing the same thing, but we just start with the pinkies instead of the thumb side.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Right? Yeah, we're just going to expect a few thousand baht for that private lesson. Yeah, yeah. That's a higher level grading. You start to hear everything, yeah. Ophir was one of my instructors, so. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I would consider Ophir my senior. I know more routines than him, but I would consider him my senior. He's been doing it longer.
He and Thomas are on the same?
About that, yeah.
Do you flip the hands during the rotation? Do you flip it?
Yeah, when they're here,
No, you stay like
you always want to end with the palm down. Yep,
with
the palm down. So what happens is as you're going in, the hand kind of turns when it's up.
it turns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Down. Now it's here. And then it turns.
Yeah, exactly. And then here, instead of trying to just do this, allow it to turn. Right? But now let's try the other side. Yeah, so try to, so it should be pinky to pinky.
So we start like this.
And go that way.
And that way.
And then his hand, yep, so now you're pinky to pinky, yep. And now he's going to come around. And now, yeah. But you got to maintain contact, right? We want resistance. Right? And now use your hips to come back like this.
I turn meanwhile.
Yeah, you should be offering some resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you shouldn't lose contact. So
I push like this. Yeah.
Yep.
And then you push.
Resist, yep, resist, and then come back. And now just get those hips to come back, yeah. So when you're here, you can use that hip. You're in such a good position, use those hips instead of just the arm. Yeah. You can watch them as well. Might be more interesting to watch Priska do some Qian. It's true, yeah. Do you have a question?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm just trying not to look at his face. And then there's no space.
Yeah.
The question was, where should I stand?
No, that looks good. Yeah. Okay, let's get into some Qian. So that's our basic grinding, right, that we work through. You probably feel that a little bit in your arms, maybe even in your core, right? So that's the point of that. One, we're working on blocks, right? But we're also working on strength and using the whole body, right? So there's multiple dimensions there. So, Qian. We inhale, right? And we start our hands on the Qingming, which is that soft spot right above your hips, right?
Stance is not the one, the horse rider stance.
No, we can go ahead and do this in the walking stance. So what we were just doing, right? So the toe and the heel are in alignment. The feet go from 11 to 1 to 11, right? So here they're at 1, here they're at 11, right? So we want them, that creates that stability, right? And 60% on the back. Here we are. We're going to inhale, and then you're going to hold your breath and shoot out the hands, right? So hold it. If you can, hold the breath.
You don't need the...
No, you do not. Yeah, so that's the holding of the breath. We inhale, nice and relaxed as possible. Now pull in the fingers, pull back the shoulders and down. And as you pull them down, rotate the arms around. And we're trying to get this pinky. I'm not the most flexible in my wrists, but we're bringing the pinky to the outside. Right, so make a fist, right? Make a proper fist, and then rotate. And we're trying to make a V with our elbows. Yep. And we're holding that the whole time, and then you pull into the diaphragm. And then release when you can no longer hold the breath, and it's just releasing that diaphragm. Then inhale, bring the hands back. Take a step forward with the left. Pull in the fingers, pull back the shoulders, turn it around, keeping that chest up. So now we step back. So the step back, the tendency is people just bring their foot straight back. But if you do that and then turn your foot, you're not in a great stance. So there's a little bit of this, I kind of come out wide, and you come out until it starts to come back towards you and then stop. And it should be right about where your heel is, and then just turn that front foot in. Right? So bring it out, turn that foot in. Pull those fingers in, pull the shoulders back, pull them down, rotate the arms around, and we want that tension right here, and it's like a stretch. Come back, pull in. Right, so that's the 3 steps forward, 3 steps back, which is the heart of it. Any questions? Do you know some more of that?
No, I think I'll stop there.
Okay. Do you want to learn some more of that? Okay, so let's practice this a little bit, and then I'll teach you guys some more.
Sure.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, make sure you feel free to walk on the black so you have some stable ground there. So try to have it come from here instead of this. Try to just, so slow motion. So don't try to bring it up.
Okay.
Bring it
Here,
out.
and then do it like this.
Yeah, bring it out.
Okay.
And then it's like golf,
Yeah.
where you get this turn at the end, which creates all this extra speed.
Yeah.
Then shoulder out from the shoulders. So just have a little bit wider. Yep. So try that again. Try it again, shoot it out. And now, squeeze my fist with your shoulders. Yeah. So first, go out with the hands.
Yeah.
Now pull in the fingers. Now you're trying to squeeze my shoulder by bringing, or squeeze my fist with your shoulders by bringing it down, back, and now down. Bring the shoulders down. And as they come down, you can turn it around.
Yeah.
So it's out, fingers in, shoulders back, and then turn. So you're turning a little quick. In, now shoulders, back, down, then rotate. So once the shoulders come down, you rotate around. Same thing, try to squeeze my shoulder, or use your shoulders to squeeze my fist. Yes. And then drop the shoulders down, and then turn the hands. Yes, and bring those elbows into the center. Keep them in front of you. Yeah, if you can, keep them here, not here. Yeah. And then rotating around here. This can come out a little bit, but rotating, yeah. Make this V, like a V shape. I'm tight in the shoulders. This is the best I can do, but yeah, that's the idea. Nice. Keep going, I'll come back if you have any questions. How's it going over here?
I think okay.
Okay.
It took me a while to get the thing for a second there, but I do remember now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, let's see. A little bit. Yeah, just make sure to really bring those shoulders back. Right? Don't rush through it. Yeah. Right? Yeah, try to squeeze my fist. And then drop them down, and then rotate around, right? Out, bring them back, down, and then as you bring them down, yeah, and you have really nice, you create a very nice V. Yeah. Do either one of you have any questions? It's okay if you don't.
I think so.
Okay.
I have one just with the breathing. I can't get it right after the, when we do this thing. So I think Master Ian said something that we kind of relaxed with the breathing here.
Yeah.
So like until when do we hold it? When we do, when
So
do we let it out?
it's really, right, we're here, our right foot's back. And now it's just normal breathing.
Oh, we don't do the breathe in for this one.
Not really. If you want to, because you did just. Like you can, that's not the right move there, but
Right. I was like,
that's a
I
more
figured
advanced.
it was another grading.
Yeah, that's 7. But the idea is the same, where it's just. So you're probably going to breathe in. If you want to hold, you can.
It comes naturally, but it just feels a long time. And then,
Yeah, so just find some time to breathe in there.
okay, so it doesn't really matter.
Not in that
Okay.
part, not so
Okay.
much, no. Yeah. It's, yeah, the breathing is difficult to, it's easy in the Samchen to tell when we're doing this, but then in some of the other routines as well, you kind of have to just manage it, and so you kind of figure out
Yeah,
how to not hold
right.
and to kind of have this natural breath.
Yeah.
Because like I don't even think about it anymore. But
Right,
in the
yeah,
beginning, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like, well,
Yeah. So you
So-
just gotta find a timing for that works for you. Right?
yeah. Like we obviously know what the breathing is when we're doing this,
Yeah.
right? But then it's like, yeah, it's this one, but it's the same idea. The only other time that you want to be kind of thinking about the breath is after you go, right? Shoot it out, shuffle back. Here, we want it to be a reverse abdominal breathing. Exactly. Other than that, yeah. How are we doing over here? Yeah, really bring those shoulders back and get that motion here, right? That's Simen Dao Dui, the 4 gates that Priska is practicing right now. It's looking pretty good. Let's do a round together. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll just go in front.
Yeah.
Yeah, does that work?
I'll go like this, yeah.
Would you prefer me on the sides?
Oh, you're in front. Is good.
Okay. Right. So starting from our position, right? Pull the fingers, pull back the shoulders, drop it down, roll them around. So one thing you can do is you can kind of almost pull those elbows towards each other, and it helps to then just shoot out, but we want to be relaxed, right? That's stiff. This is relaxed, right? You just get so much more power. We're relaxed. Pull those fingers in, shoulders back and down, bring the hands around. Right? You guys are looking pretty good. Coming along? Yeah? Should we do the beginning?
Sure.
Okay. So the very beginning, I can face you, it'll be all right. Feet together, right? And we bow. Now in Kung Fu, we always keep our eyes up, right? Because we don't want anyone to kick us in the face. Doubtful, but this is why we do it, right? Right? And then we bring the hands up to that Qingming spot. And how you do it is kind of your choice, but personally I kind of pull everything down and then it pops up and it kind of has this cool look, right? And then we step out, but we step out with the right foot, right? The right foot steps out into our horse riding stance. Yeah, so we're riding the horse. We're only in this for a little while. But then you bring that left hand, right, underneath. And now we bring it up and we give a salute. And we want that salute to be roughly heart height, right? Yeah. And this is, because it is an art, there's not an exact. Some people like to bring it up to the chest and then out. Some people bring it out, and then this is kind of open to your own expression. Right? So there's a few things throughout the routine that you get to kind of express. That's what makes it an art. Right? So, again, right, we bow, we come up, we step out, we salute. From the salute, we're going to simply just show that we have no weapons in our hands. Right? And then from here, we make a fist, bring it back to that Qingming. Inhale, hold, and then release, right? So we're pulling in.
The exhale again is not, it's not when you do it, it's afterwards.
It's afterwards, yeah. So there's this compression that's occurring here. And that's a grounding exercise, so we're grounding our chi. We do that at the beginning and the end of all the freehand. So all the tiger crane, right? right? And then from here, there's a very simple double block, upper block, right? So you can get this little collapsing of the shoulders. We don't want to bend over, but there can be this little collapsing and then straightening, and where the motion is coming around the elbow, right? So we want this to be about forehead height. We want to try to have those elbows as much in as possible because I'm not very defended here, right? Like, this isn't much of a block. I would typically try to keep this elbow as much in the center line as possible. And then there's also this turning of your hand to create that tension right here, right? So that pinky is getting turned to the outside. Same when we do this, right? There's that tension there. And then here's the hard part for everybody. Drop the hands down and then curve them in, but keep the elbows in. We want a V here. My shoulders are tight. I can't get much of a V, but think V. Tension, right? Elbows in, yeah. And there should be quite a bit of tension, not using my muscles, but just from the stretch, there's some tension right there, right? And then you want these to come down a little bit so that this is about shoulder height.
So it's like this and you flip it.
Yeah, so it's here, and then we drop it down forward, and then it's almost like you're turning it on that point. So there's here, drop, and then turn. Yeah, and that creates that tension right there. And here, yes, you should be that's what you want. You want to be feeling it there. If you're just hanging out here and you don't feel any tension, it kind of defeats the point. We're trying to get a little tension here because this particular one is very much a holding posture, and there's this tension. Exactly. You feel that, right? Yeah. You feel how that support, that's like a defensive position, where if someone were to come up on you, they're not getting past that. Exactly. Exactly. You knew it right away. Awesome. And then from here, it's very simple. We just start the routine. So from there, we would just open up that left foot to 1 or to 11, step with the right foot, and then, right? But let's go over that beginning again, just so we make sure we have it right, because it's a little challenging. Bow. Bring it up. Step out. Salute. Show you don't have any weapons. Ground. Upper block. Drop the hands. Curve it in. Pull those shoulder blades down. Like I'm pulling those shoulder blades down, and it's helping create that tension. Right? Let's do it again. Bow. Come up. Step out. Salute. Show you don't have any weapons. And then from here, we ground. Upper block. And then from here, stepping back. Yeah, you probably feel it in your shoulders tomorrow. This is good. This is good. All right, everybody, finish the one you're on. Feel free to grab your water. We're going to go up to the gym. We're going to be there for about 20 minutes. You can leave your water down here, or you can bring it up with you. The choice is yours. Yeah. Yeah. The choiceless choice. Yeah. We make you think you have an option. Right? We're heading up to the gym. Come with us.
We had a pretty random encounter in the Texas bar, Hunter.
Oh, Hunter. Yeah.
We were talking about it. I don't know how we came up with it. It was telling the story how we got here in Pi.
Yeah.
And then I mentioned, it's funny because I was also interested in doing a beginner's course, but he spent a year here or something, right?
Yeah. Across. And we had dinner with him.
But he's not affiliated, or is he?
He comes when he can. Yeah, he really loves the Qigong and the Shuangyang. So
In the morning.
yeah, he'll come in the mornings when he can. But I mean, the guy's got 2 businesses.
And a child.
Yeah, and it's I think 2-year-old,
Yeah, 2-year-old.
something like that. Yeah, so that's a lot on your plate. Because there's certain things up here, yeah, that we don't have down there. We have this bamboo. All right, so who's going where? Okay. Yeah, are you guys doing 2 groups of 2? Or are you going to do a group of 4? Probably 2 groups of 2, I'd recommend. All right, you going to the bamboo? Yeah, with Priska. Okay, so let's stop lollygagging. Let's go. Come on, Priska. All right. Luigi, William, you got some routines. Are you using the heavy bags? Okay. So we're going to use the general pool first. We're in here. So everybody ready? Yeah. So go ahead and begin. So here we can work on that beginning that we just learned. This is part of our routine. So we'll start with the beginning, down. Exactly opening this way. Stay up in a block. Now we're going so you're doing the grinding. Now there's more advanced, but just keep doing this. Yeah, let's just keep going. And Okay, switch. Okay, get ready. Come on out here, guys. Whatever you want. Then relax. Switching stations. Okay. Was I off? comes over, just sneaks out. The left comes under. The right comes down. And it's okay, it's not perfect. Still using the muscles in the core. And relax. All right, last station. This is the easy one. This is where we're conditioning
Майк может разрядить.
any bone on the body. Some people hit the thighs.
Я включала джим.
And again, so go ahead and grab. This is the hardest, this is the lightest. These are all pretty much the same. Want to smack on the edges of the bone. Again, deadening the nerve and making a little micro effect. Have you ever hit anybody who's been doing a lot of conditioning? Get that one. The other side as well. Now, I focus primarily on the forearm and the shin. Some people do like to do the ribs. That's acceptable too. Some people like to do the thigh. I don't think there's really any function there. Same with the arm. You're hitting the muscle.
Yeah.
You can only mildly condition the muscle. You'd be better to just have someone who can do it and build it up that way if you want to do it. Another good way to just condition the shins is to kick the bag.
Yeah.
Or like some of the Muay Thai guys do, they kick those general poles that we were doing it on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they'll just kick them. Yeah, it's amazing. But sometimes they'll actually kill the nerves,
Oh, yeah.
which is not so good. Deadening them is okay, right? Lessening, but killing them can cause some problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. You still want to be able to feel a little bit of it. Last 30 seconds. Give it your all, especially you chatty Cathy's over there.
What? Kathy was Kathy.
All right. Come on, last little bit. And relax. Let's put away all the fun tools. Grab yourself some water. Definitely want to replenish the liquids. Ooh, we got a lot of time. We got a lot of time for some sticky and pushy hands. Okay. This is exciting. Talking trash over there. I can hear it. Oh, he's there and everything. I can hear it. See you after class. Okay, everyone, let's line up. This is the Confucius aspect of the school. Let's line up. And bow. Okay, so next we're going to do some pushy hands, sticky hands. Sticky hands would be my one example. Okay? So, pushy hands is what we're going to start with. We want to be in a walking stance, mirroring them, not like this. Right? Here, we're making touch contact with this area. And we're trying to find a weakness in their stance. I'm not trying to look at the hands. I'm not doing this. I'm trying to build up my touch contact. Right? So I think we'll probably even do a little bit of it close side. First, I want you to get used to it. And then I'm like, oh, I can see. And I can take her off the balance. And she's going to want to stop that. Yep, so she got her hand out of the way. Right? Now, you could just do this, but that kind of defeats the whole purpose of the exercise. One, if she does that to me, right? So that wouldn't be that good, because I could just turn that energy against her. So we want to learn how to keep control of the touch contact, right? So here I am with my eyes closed, and I want to learn how to move her chi. Okay? She's coming in. You can grab, but we don't want to hold on, because that's not a very good position. It's strictly defensive. We want to be able to have the option of both defense and offense. Okay, so here I am. Again, this time to move. She got me. Right? And the ways to defend things like that is sink down. Drop the energy or turn on that axis. Right? That center axis. Get some turn. And then you can use that against them. She's pushing me here. I can use that back. Right? So partner up. Let's say two new guys go together. Everyone else intermingle. I'm just going to come around. Hi, I'm Kyle.
We're playing bingo. I'm Susanna.
Right? So try to get into a good walking stance. Yeah, there you go. You're feeling their energy and you're trying to move their feet. Yeah. Right? We're just trying to move them and have a little bit of control, teaching ourselves to really touch contact. Without moving the feet, no right idea.
It doesn't really matter what one.
Yeah, I mean, there are certain things that are better than others. For example, right here I am. I can pin you here. I move you. Right? So I'm here, I'm getting your hand pinned here. You want to use the energy more than just physical strength. Oh. Thank you, sir. Am I beautiful now? A little mic change. Try to get it all the way up and under.
Because he's always like this, and then I'm like trying.
Yeah, so, yeah. So, here.
Oh.
And then just turn your waist. Then just turn your waist. So you don't need to use your arm strength. Yeah. So it's just right up. Just like that self-defense where we do the something like that. It's the same thing. It's the salute to the sun, we call that. But yeah, if people tend to stick their arms out, absolutely, just boom.
Yeah.
Super quick. And if you can get the hip in, then it's all just one. This is easy, right? I don't have to use much muscle.
Yeah.
I'm using physics.
Every time I grab things.
Science. Yeah. Science. Get your science out of here, buddy. I'll show you some science. But yes, you had the right idea.
Right.
Yes, excellent. No, you know, but now he's waiting for it. His elbows are going to be like this all day. Yeah. Try to keep touch contact, right? So, and you can use your hands. You know, you can use this, but we really want to get that touch contact. Stay in contact with them, right? Right. Stay in contact. Right. Try to use that energy. Less is sometimes more. Think touch contact, trying to feel their energy. It's okay if they never move, if you never move, but we want to rotate around the elbows. Yep. It's always a little challenging in the beginning. Just remember to keep that contact. Keep the touch contact. And salute your partner. Let's switch it up. Yeah. Switch it up. Go over here. All right. So we're going to do it normal. And then we'll do that for a little while, and then I'm going to have us play a little different game. So just to kind of play around with little chess in your mind. Yeah. Nice. Was that the technique? Nice.
When you do it like that, but I'm not. Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm also. Let's go. Yeah.
Okay. I want you to keep with your partners, but now do it with your eyes closed. Right? Right? Really focus on that touch contact. So now try it with your eyes closed. Both eyes, yeah. I know. Why would only one person have their eyes closed?
Nice. Yeah, then watch.
Exactly, and this is the mentality we want. We want to have that touch over the eyes, because the eyes actually slow us down. The touch contact will be much faster than the eyes relaying it and going back to the mind and then back to the body. Okay, Now open your eyes. Same. Stay with the partner, open your eyes, but focus again. Don't look at the hands. Do not look at the hands. Right? You're never supposed to be looking at the hands. We just did closed eyes. I want you to now practice it with open eyes. Same partner. See if you notice any differences. You can look over someone's shoulder too. You can look up. You can just blankly look at their face. Keep those elbows in if you can. I see what you're doing over here. Okay, nice work. Salute your partner and find a new one. Go with someone you haven't gone with, ideally. Just do whatever. So try to, yep, there you go. Good stance work. Again, we don't want to be looking at the hands, right? We want to be really focusing on that touch. Focusing on feeling the touch. See if you can apply some of the things that you've learned in your self-defense classes. Nice work. He lifted up one leg, but he moved the other one. Yeah. But however it goes, right? Yeah, you got that heel up. Yeah. No. The idea is we want to be stable and solid. And if you're getting someone's foot to come up, you've destabilized them. Nice. Good work. Yeah, you got to have that killer instinct with Priska because she's very flexible. She's very flexible. If you just think you have her and she's like, she'll come back. Yeah, Gumby's back, exactly. Nice reversal. Nice work. So see if you can stay in that. See if you can turn or sink. These are the best ways to defend against. Yeah. Coil up and then shoot her back. Use this springy right there. Yeah. Now push all. If you can, then pin her hands right to her body.
Try to cross and push them.
Yeah.
Priska told me about it. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, so
I do that with sticky hands.
if we're like this and she pushes me, right? Really, I pin her. If you do this, the energy goes that way. Yeah. Okay, salute your partner. Find a new partner. We're gonna do sticky hands now. Priska, I get you to come up. So sticky hands. For those of you who don't know, sticky hands, you can move your feet. We're still having touch contact, right? Now, if you're noticing that they like to be on the outside, right? You can rotate your wrists around, right? But we don't necessarily want to do this because this leaves me extremely vulnerable. So now with sticky hands, we want to keep the touch contact, right? But we want to get strikes in, right? So obviously, I'm not trying to go full on, and I'm not just throwing punches. I want to keep touch contact, and I want to try to get control. She got me. If she can follow it up, even better. So try to get that 1, 2, 3, and then reset. If you can't get 3 and they block you, great. It's kind of this dance. So as she comes in, she got me. Okay, I got the next one. Okay, she got me twice, right? But I was able to get under control and get the blocks again, right? She's there. Slide in, go back to touch contact, come over the top, right? Get the idea, right? You can use some speed, you can use a little bit of force, but we're not trying to hurt the other person, right? So the energy tends to come up with this. So just be mindful of that, right? Thank you, Priska. Pick a partner. Pick a partner. You're pretty much going to get a chance to do it with most people, so it doesn't matter. Right? Now you can incorporate some speed in there, but if you can do it slow, you can do it fast. Wow. You just noticed that you're a hooker?
No.
Are you sure? Right? Now try to follow that up with another attack if you can. Right? And then you try to block. Try to block those. And see if you can counter. Now if you can, try to use the peripheral part of your eye. So this part of the eye, not the pupil, because it'll react faster. Yeah, this part right here that you see here, that part, your reaction time is a lot faster. Yeah, that's why lots of times you'll see something on the corner of your eye and you look. Yeah, your reaction time is a lot faster. I had heard Suzanne was very good at sticky hands, and it's true. I had heard you were good at sticky hands. Yeah, the word on the street, the word in the campus. Okay, salute your partner. Find another one. See if you can up the intensity a little bit. Make sure you have a good stance. You always want to have the opposite of them. Right? Little sumo style over here. Mabu. This is, and then they usually use long. This is the Lohan style. Uses this. A lot of schools use the low mabu, but Lohan style has these big.
It's a big boy.
Yeah, this. So long bow and arrow stance.
In my school, it was like that.
Yeah, a lot of karate is like that too.
I mean, it's showing off itself.
It's funny. This doesn't look like sticky hands, so.
You're talking. You're distracting us.
Sure. Blame the instructor. That's okay. I'll take it. So something that can help is keeping those elbows in and defending that center line. Right? See if you can up the intensity a little bit. Right? See if you can get a couple of strikes in. Nothing that's going to injure them, but see if you can get a little more energy. right? Yeah, I'd recommend getting away from those pads. I just don't want it to pop up. Now, that's one of the things you can look for, William, is if somebody takes their hands off, right? Like she's here and she goes for a strike, but now she's taking the pressure off this. Just counter.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the last thing we do. We always go for the defense, but
Yeah,
sometimes it can be quicker.
Yeah, so if you go for a strike, I just go before you actually.
Yeah. Sometimes even when you're on the inside, right? We're like this. That's a strike.
Yeah.
That's a strike.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can even push out and come back in, right? Using their energy against them. Yeah. Salute your partner. Right? Find one last partner. And really try to bring the energy up. Yep. This last one we're going to go. No, find a new partner. Come on. That's what you get for doing the Mabu in the beginning. Yeah, salute your partner before you beat him up. So if you have the separation, just go ahead and restart. Get that touch contact, and then start again. Yeah. Is that the huggy? The huggy?
But I forget and I
That's a good move. And you get underneath those ribs, that's going to make someone, if you get in the liver, they can fall over. But if you've ever had the air,
I'm right-handed because I always do it on the right side. Maybe I should come from the other side. If you want to do that, you want to do it on the right side.
no, either side, because so this whole thing underneath your ribs is your diaphragm.
Yeah.
And anytime that gets hit,
Oh, yeah.
you start to grasp for air. But the liver on the right side, also, if you hit the liver really hard, the spleen too, but really the liver is, it's a known thing in like boxing and MMA. It's like a liver shot. And people will go, and then they fall over. Yeah. So it's a good spot. So if you can drive that in, that would be effective, very effective. Sorry to stop you. Get her, Mandy. Get her. I think it was the Hoya that got it. Ooh, that one sounded hard. Remember to get that touch contact and then go from there. Try to control the other person. It's okay if you don't get any strikes as long as they don't get any strikes too, right? So we're defense and we're looking for those openings. And salute your partner. Line back up. Right? No, line back up. That's okay. That's right. It's your last day. We want you to enjoy. So before we do this, we're just going to do a little bit of shaking out the bad chi. So come up, come down, and just let everything shake nice and loose. We just want to bring all that energy out of the head and right down into the feet, right? No one's energy was too high, So that was good. I was kind of watching everyone. Don't seem to be too aggressive here, so this is good. You see people, you can see their face will get red from all the chi. They're getting angry because they keep getting hit in the face. Right? All right. Feet together and bow. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate your energy. Thank you for those that live stream. We'll see you later at 3:30, I believe. Thank you for joining. No? Maybe not. Okay. But if not, come to our instructor training in June or in November or next January. All right. Have a good night. I'm not sure if I'm